Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pink right here on Y102.5 FM. Today, another episode awaits you. Something exciting. Now, last week, I spoke to Professor Aurelia, and if there is anything I took from her, it's the fact that someone else's story is not yours. You are living your own life. You are building your own dreams. Focus on your own journey and don't look back. Tonight, another exciting episode is ready. If you're ready with me, then welcome to Pink, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am sitting tonight with a lawyer, so get your legal nuggets ready.
Adam's Kitchen. jollof and fried rice with assorted options. Pizza, special noodles, Benkune tilapia, Adam's Kitchen, Aroma, no Kumasi, your main restaurants, El Panoso, Tafo, KNUSC, and Amstead. More flavor. Namwa Bwakwani Atasmanso, Yamamu mini restaurants. Adam's Kitchen joints, Ubeyebiwa Patrapa, Boko Chrome, and in Nigeria. You will order says ya, not to a 053-7277-856, announce 020-320-4416. Adam's Kitchen. Hey, and Castle Lakeside Party. Tickets no. Yo, Bonnie don't kumi. Uber dial is star 713 star 33 star 01 hash. 30 cities near 90 Ghana's war. Easter Monday.
Again, and welcome to Pink on YFM. So I was walking in town, I think 3 days ago, and I met an elderly woman, and then someone. So I was buying from her shop, and then someone called out my name, Abinake, and she went like, "Hey, Abinake, nini?" She said, "They will quite be a one here, and I was like, "Wow, look, mommy, I have reached." Oh, so please, if you have my mother's number, tell my mother I have reached. Welcome to the 9th episode of Pink Bat. Get to our Facebook page right now at Y102.5 FM on Facebook. At Y102.5 FM on Facebook. Okay. Now, briefly, Pink is proudly brought to you by Ambi Executive Restaurant, C White Phones, and Sperkify. Today, Kasano, put Sperkify in your head. In fact, start spelling SPERKYFY because Asemo.
The most continuous music plays online.
As always, my makeup is kind courtesy.
Party, away back, Easter Monday.
Get to our Facebook page right now at Y102.5 FM. At Y102.5 FM. Get to Facebook right now. Tonight is going to be amazing. So please get to our Facebook page right now. Get to our Facebook page right now at Y102.5 FM. Over Facebook, no so be best over 10 times so. I am sure that you can't take your eyes off my earrings. Oh, the bar. And let me intentionally wave at the camera, you know. Because God you kuminsa. And of course, it's kind courtesy Sperkify, sperking me all up with my earrings and my bracelet. My makeup, beautiful. Mete brighting, say US dollar mono. Oh, mono chiao now for the money ono. Sa, and as a Ghana city note, a free Bank of Ghana buy, now a fresh. And no, sana mete brighting. Aye, and my makeup is kind courtesy NK Splendor Beauty Salon. Please locate NK Splendor Beauty Salon at Ahunju Inshire. So here at Ahunju Inshire. So they are just adjacent the golf park. Or link up with them on Instagram and TikTok at NK. NK is spelled ERNIEKE. KAY, and then Splendor, our regular Splendor. Splendor, you're looking splendid. Splendor, NK Splendor Beauty Salon. My beautiful dress. We are still celebrating the Ghana month, and so I'm wearing an African print. It was beautifully designed by Jack Marsh Clothing inside Asqua. So in honor of the Ghana month, I am wearing a beautiful African print. My son likes purple these days. You see, I'm a top purple by heart. So of course I'm wearing a beautifully, well patterned purple with some combination Afri print, well designed by Jack Marsh Clothing inside Asqua opposite Carousel School. All right. Get on Facebook right now. Please, when you get to our Facebook page, leave a comment there. I want to know that you're watching us. Leave a comment there, please. I want to know that you are watching us. Welcome again to Pink on Why. The time is up. Now, my guest tonight was born in Obuasi on August 14th, some years ago, as the second of 5 girls to her parents. She had her junior high school studies at Owas Basic, and then later she journeyed to Kumasi Academy between 2006 to 2009. Oh, she was actually the head girl during her year at the Kumasi Academy. She's smitten. She's smitten. Now, she then had her first degree at KNUST, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, where she offered BSc Industrial Arts Textiles. Now, until 2003, her entire family, until 2003, that her entire family relocated to Kumasi, Ahenema Kokobeng. She was all these years in Obuasi. And then, until a few years ago, she relocated to her matrimonial home. Yes, she relocated to her matrimonial home. I suspect she also loves purple. I would ask more about it, but I'm told that everything angwamo with sardine and pear and pepper works for her. There is a profession that I've always admired, and I know I will join someday. Now, the main reason why I admire that profession is that no matter who you are, their titles are not conferred to you. You need to study for it. You need to learn for it. So we usually refer to them as learned colleagues. Well, guess what? My guest tonight was called to the Ghanaian bar as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, with this portfolio, need I say more? My 9th guest for Pink is lawyer Mrs. Benedicta Freduah Agyemang, who also doubles as the CEO of Spreaky Farm.
Castle Lakeside Party, our way back, Easter Monday.
Why not? Who gave you that? Why not? I have people in my camp who are betraying me.
They are betraying you. Why? Why do you think they are betraying you?
I mean, the way you people have ambushed me. Well, we'll talk about
Ladies and gentlemen, get to our Facebook page right now. I am seated with the beautiful Nanekia. I like how her husband calls her Nanekia. Today, lawyer. Oh, and she's married to a lawyer. The lawyer who is married to a lawyer. Lawyer Mrs. Lawyer Freduah Agyemang. Lawyer Akwaba, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're looking splendiferous.
Thank you. In my uniform.
Yes. You came rocking Spreaky Farm.
Yes.
Lawyer, even before we delve into anything at all, what is the meaning of Spreaky Farm?
That's an interesting question.
You're
so,
right.
when I decided to start the business, I was looking for a name, and I had to use my law a little, you know, in that the company started specific about names that you can choose, names that you cannot choose. So one, your name has to be unique. No one should have the same name
when you're registering
a business. No other business should bear the same name, particularly in the same line of business.
Right.
And then other things. So when I was just looking for a unique name. I was also looking for a name that's sketchy, a name that raises questions, a name that will make someone stop and say, please, how do I mention that name? So I decided to just go on a search. So I went on the internet and I was looking for how jewelry is known in other languages. So that was when I found the word sperky to mean jewelry.
In what language?
Slovakia.
Oh, into the Frigana tone, Slovakia na Kolande. Interesting.
So
when a Slovakian says sperky, he or she means jewelry.
Exactly.
Right.
So when I saw sperky, it wasn't just, I didn't just choose it because of the origin or anything, but you see, we have the slang spec. It's like also I said, that's what spec. So I was like, no, this thing. Yes. So this thing can be a double-edged sword for me.
Right.
Where it's jewelry actually, but it also adds that thing. It's like you've added jewelry to yourself, so it's like specify, like exactly. So that's how I came by the name Specify.
Interesting. Anyway, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I see if we are at the power watching on Facebook, please, when you get to our Facebook page, say something, all right? Say anything. Hello, hi. Let our guest feel loved and welcome. Lawyer, I've read almost all of it. You are the second girl of 5 girls.
Yes.
Growing up, did it make you feel too responsible for your other 3 siblings behind you? Like there is a weight on your shoulders, you know, to do something, make money, excel academically, be responsible. Did you feel like there was a lot of weight on your shoulders?
I wouldn't say so, because my parents were very present. My mom was my dad is usually the men are the ones who go out and come in and all that. So my mom is a teacher, so she was very present. So when it comes to certain responsibilities that other older siblings had to carry, my mom really ensured that we didn't have to really carry that. But however, being an example to my younger siblings was a responsibility I believe I held, because I believe in learning from the one who is immediately in front of you, so that when you know that your big sister didn't do this. So for instance, my big sister was also a big what do I call it? Point of
reference.
Exactly, for me. So that she didn't live her life in a certain way. So you also dare not live your life in that kind of way. So basically,
And take us back to Obuasi. Are you from Obuasi?
No, I'm not from
what took the family to Obuasi to get all of you? That means you were born in Obuasi.
I was born in Obuasi.
Like I said in your bio.
Yes.
So what took your parents to Obuasi?
I want to believe my grandparents, because my dad was also born in Obuasi.
But you are not from Obuasi?
I am not from Obuasi.
What's your hometown?
I'm from Adanse Fomina. So in that, I believe that in that Adanse community, Obuasi was like the biggest town. So for most people who lived in villages and towns close to Obuasi, it's like but basically my dad worked in the mine at the time, AGC, Ashanti Goldfields Company Limited.
Oh, but why didn't you attend AGA?
You see, it's a privilege. I didn't get the opportunity to attend AGA because every every parent who is in the mine is trying to get their child into the school, so it's very competitive. So that, but the school I attended in Obuasi was a big school, Just Love School. Anybody who lived in Obuasi knows that Just Love School is like one of the big schools in Obuasi. Yes. So I attended Just Love School. Yes, in Obuasi.
Okay. And take us through life in Obuasi. How was life like? What kind of family did you come from? Was it moderate? You guys were not so okay, or you guys were okay? And did you ever ask your parents why you didn't have a brother?
Oh, from a very, very humble home. Like I said, my mom is a teacher, and my dad, at the time I was born, was a junior staff at the mine. So very, very humble. That was our setting, and then we lived in the mines quarters. So there are certain things I have no experience. So when you see me, I have DB vibes because of living in the mines quarters and all those things that come with it. But
I didn't want to be the one to said it, but since you have said it, then I will said it.
So it's the community in which we grew up. Yes, because of my dad's association with the mine. That is what gave us that kind of. And my grandmother. You met my grandmother.
Yes,
yes. So my grandmother is that prim-proc kind of person.
Yes.
So and then my dad always forced us to go and spend time at my grandma's. And
so
at my
you're
grandma's, you can't misbehave. So like
there is an order
learn
you need to follow all
how
of it.
To be. So I would come across as DB, but in a very professional way.
But you just make hustling the B.
Yes.
Not be like say you be DB,
No.
but you just make hustling the B.
Yes.
I think I should be a rapper. Anyway, so fast forward, what brought the family now to Kumasi in 2003?
Right. So no, you mentioned that I had my 5 sisters.
Yes. And
So-
why you didn't have a brother?
So you see, the secrets they also kept from you is that I have 2 stepbrothers. They're older than me.
Your dad
My dad.
has 2 sons.
2 sons.
Before he got married to your
Yes. So I have 2 brothers.
mom. They are all alive.
They're all alive.
You are in talks with them.
Yes, one works at IPMC.
Were they at your party?
I think at the time, one was in Accra. He came in the day before. He was going, so because of work, he couldn't make it. So he came, he passed by on his way on a work assignment, but the other one was unavailable. He had traveled, so he couldn't come.
Now this is very news to me. But anyway,
Yeah.
so now there's no question to ask your parents why you don't have a brother.
A brother,
'Cause
no.
there are 2
And we
brothers.
lived together.
Oh,
Growing up, we all lived together.
you guys don't have issues with the fact that your dad brought 2 sons.
No.
and not with your
We
mom.
didn't even know.
You grew up not knowing they were your step brothers
You know, growing up, you wouldn't really understand.
until you're very, very
Then
mature.
you come to understand. But we lived together beautifully.
Interesting. And then what brought the family to Kumasi?
To Kumasi. Okay, so I think in 2003, and then I think earlier than that, AGC at the time had given the option for workers who wanted to go on redundancy. It's like voluntary
Pension.
exactly in the mine.
Oh.
If you want to go, then you. So my dad at the time decided that he wants to take advantage of that, and then take some small money, and then we come here.
Oh.
So that was it.
So it means that you're not left empty-handed. They
No,
actually
if you go
sought
on redundancy, there's a compensation package that you get. So that was what happened. That was how we relocated to Kumasi. Yes.
Now, for a young lady who had lived all your life in Obuasi, let me bring in this. Back in secondary school, the Obuasi, please, no offense to Obuasi people. I mean, OBS, you guys, I didn't feel you, but Charlie, the Obuasi students were the loudest in my school, and they were a lot,
And they are brilliant.
Please,
You can't take that away from us. You know, we come in our numbers and we are brilliant.
You know, like a lot of them.
Yes.
And there is one particular Obuasi town that stuck in my head. So all this while, I had not been to Obuasi up until 2022.
Yes.
I went to Obuasi in 2022 January with the family, and I was asking them, take me to Tutuka. Where is Tutuka? Because
Yes.
every Obuasi person in my school was from Tutuka.
Well, from Tutuka, really?
And they were loud, very loud. Or no, you let me leave that. But the Tutuka people, oh my God. So for a young lady who probably had gotten used to every nooks and cranny of Obuasi, Now you're coming to Kumasi. Was there even a discussion with the family that we want to come to Kumasi? What do you guys think?
Information. It was just an information being relayed to us that we are moving to
a typical African home where we are not telling you, we are not asking
no,
you.
what are you going to say? That we are not going to Kumasi, we are staying. Please, we don't want to go. Oh no, it was just an information being given to us.
So pack your things.
Yeah,
we are moving to Obuasi.
To Kumasi, yes.
To Kumasi in the next 3-4 months. How did that make you feel? Leaving the place you had been accustomed with, the schoolmates, the church mates, the neighborhood kids, the people. How were you called during your childhood days?
Mommy. Everybody calls me mommy.
The people that hail you mommy wherever. Hey, mommy, mommy.
Yes.
You're leaving all these people to Kumasi. How old were you by then?
Do I remember?
Please, you should. You don't want us to do maths.
12, 13.
So yes, you were in your teen. Tina,
yeah,
when you had Kakra, you know. How does that come, to you?
Okay, I think the challenging bit for me was not particularly neighborhood friends, because my dad, my sisters will tell you, you literally have to prepare before you come to my dad to tell my dad you want to go out. Like, you have to prepare a speech with your reasons and all that. Yeah, so it was a discouraging factor. And so yes, you come and then you tell him you want to go here. There's a program here, kids program or something, you want to participate. Then he'll tell you, why do you want to
You
go?
need to justify your inclusion.
Why you want to go. In fact, tell him everything in the world. The answer is still no.
So don't even bother.
So at a point, we didn't even bother. So neighborhood kids, not so much, but those who were immediately around our house, fine. But the me Pia Kodiagro thing was not in my house.
Right.
So we then would have to play as siblings together.
Okay.
Within our compound.
I now get it.
So maybe that's where the DB vibes are coming from. But leaving the school was a challenge. Leaving the school was a challenge because at the time I was in JSS 1 and JSS 1 second term or so. So leaving the school midway like that was difficult for me. I think that was one of the difficulties. And then my church as well. I had become so used to
The church.
my church as well.
But what were you guys? Where were you guys coming to stay in Kumasi?
Ahinima Kokobe.
Was it your own house?
Our own house.
Okay.
Yes, our
So
own house.
did that also give you some relief finally? Because I think in Obuasi you were living in a quarters, right?
Yeah, we were living in
So
bungalows. They are nice bungalows. And so that's where perhaps I get my DB things from, because when you live in the mines quarters, there are certain things that you do not experience.
Like fighting in a compound house.
Not really, like lights out. Yes.
So why is my
There
dad?
was
why
nothing
didn't
like
my
the
dad
taps
join
are
the
not
mines?
flowing. There was nothing like the taps are not flowing.
My father is listening from heaven,
Yes.
and one day he has to explain why he didn't live in the mines.
And I had not encountered how to use the gas stove before, because there in the mine we were not permitted to use gas stoves.
It was rather coal pot.
No, electric
Hey,
cookers. So you see why I get my deep partly from living. Yes.
Interesting. Now you are in Kumasi. Then you went to UAS Basic
UAS
School.
Basic.
Let's fast forward to Kumasi Academy. Was that, that when we are growing, we all have our choices. Was that the school you originally wanted to attend? Why are you laughing?
Oh my God. I'm laughing because no.
But you know that when I was also selecting my schools, the only school in Ashanti region I wanted to go was Kumaka. In fact, I dreamt wearing the uniform until
my God.
the worst happened. So my mom used to call me Okunini.
Oh,
because I was so much.
really wanted to be there.
I'm far.
As for the school I wanted to attend, they'll take fans. So
please give them fans.
So growing up from Obuasi, the girls, most of us wanted to go to Cape Coast. So I wanted to go to Wesley Girls.
Oh my God.
Yes. I wanted to go to Wesley Girls so bad. They are my people. They are my people. I wanted to go to Wesley Girls.
Right.
So as we were selecting our schools, you see how sometimes our head teachers will want to influence the schools you are selecting. He was like, why don't you choose a school in Kumasi? Cape Coast is far, and if your parents have to come and see you, blah, 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 at the time. So I decided to change. And I chose St. Louis.
As your first
As my first choice. At the time, St. Louis was not offering business. So I think that was something that affected my application then.
You wanted to go and read business?
Business at St. Louis. They had indicated in the brochure, they usually give us a brochure for selecting the schools, and they had indicated that that year, 2007, they were going to start running the business course. Unfortunately, they didn't start running, so it means that I lose my first choice.
Oh.
So Kumasi Academy was my second choice. So I gone by second choice.
Did it come to you as a very huge disappointment?
It did.
You didn't even want to go?
It was difficult for me, but at the time, that's the point where you get to know that you are not DB like that.
You can't make your own choices.
Because I have other friends, other mates who also did not get their first choice.
But then something happened.
And they got there. You get it. So that's why I realized that one of
locally acquired DB.
You are not DB like that, because those who are real DB,
the real DBs, they, at a snap of a finger, something
their parents
happens.
were able to get them to the schools that they wanted to.
Paint a picture for us, your first day in secondary school, the school you originally didn't have love for, and now you're in the school. First day at school.
Beautiful campus. I mean, I got there and I was like, okay. Beautiful campus. I mean, Kumasi Academy has a very beautiful campus. And then at the time I had to go, I had already decided that, you know what, this is where
you're going to end up at.
Exactly. This is where I'm going to.
Yes.
So
either beat
it was
them or
more
join them.
of how do you make the most of where you're going to, because in as much as it might be about the school, it's more about you than it is about the school that you attend.
Interesting. Now, why business?
At the time, you know, till date, I've been asking myself, why did I want to read it? My big sister read business, so perhaps
you just
that was the motivation.
But were you good in math, in calculations?
Please.
Did you have your...
certain math questions, I'm in Bane de Bafia, I'm here in Basabasa.
And now when you could vim quatina business class, e-math, costing, accounting. I don't know if I'm getting the electives right. And you had vim to go and sit in a class.
No, so this is what happened to me. Because, you know, sometimes you feel like, you know, I'm going to get my first choice. Okay. So as for my second, third choice, let me just choose any course. So I chose visual arts for Kumaka. My second choice.
Wait, so you originally wanted to study business at Wesley St. Louis, and then visual arts at Kumasi Academy.
I was just selecting courses.
By heart choosing.
Exactly. So I got admission to Kumaka. And then it's like, for me, it's like, the worst part of it is
means that
visual arts.
You were so certain you get St. Louis.
I was so certain.
Right.
I was going to get in.
Lawyer Twaso.
So I got into Kumaka and to read
visual arts.
And
did you even know anything about art?
Oh yes. I mean, who doesn't? Everybody is familiar with.
Did you any chance even like artworks?
Oh yes, I did.
But on a very lighter note.
I did, but it wasn't something that I was looking at making
a life
out of. Exactly. So it was visual arts, and then during my first few weeks, I was doing everything to change the program. Yes, I was doing everything, but at the time they tell you can't change your class, you can't go. If you do that, this happens. Other people did. They forced themselves into the classes that they wanted to be in. But I decided I didn't have him.
You were locally acquired DB.
I didn't want any stories.
So no wahala.
If my dad hears that
Nothing brings
We'll be right
people
back.
together like good food. Fulfill your food cravings at any of our comfortable dining setups across the city. Pice serves high-quality meals at low costs. Book your breakfast meetings at Pice. For lunch and dinner, let's meet at Pice. Pice offers sit-in, take-out, and delivery services. Pice serves you varieties of food and beverages, local and continental, all kinds of pizza and finger foods. Try our signature chicken and goat stare with any side dish. Pice serves all kinds of stew and sauces. Egg stew, beef stew, palaver sauce. Wake up your taste buds with our cocktails and mocktails at Pice Pizza and Restaurant. Locate Pice at Ayeduase, Bantama, and Kumasi City Mall. For delivery, call 055-071-3776.
Charlie, I stress.
Oh, senior, what be the issue?
Bro, another one caught up in a game. I nearly get them this time. Charlie, the over 1.5 messed me up.
Oh, Charlie, sorry, but wait, you don't get refund for your loss?
Nah, bro, that thing's half day. You hear some before?
Yeah, soccer bet they do. Them they call them soccer chance.
Ah, Charlie, you sure?
Oh, but why I for lie you? Just make your stake on 10 plus games with odds of 1.30 or more. And when it's small, you will get your stake back times 3. Come see my bets.
Hey, Charlie, this be interesting, oh.
I know, right?
Soccer Chance rules are simple. Bet on any of your favorite soccer league games with odds of 1.30 and more. The total number of games should be 10 or more. Now here's the catch. Lose just one out of the many and you'll be rewarded 3 times your stake. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 18. Gaming can be addictive.
Agriculture is for everyone, and I dream of the day that everyone will have an agriculture, vocational, or technical story to share. My name is Araba Kumsin, and I welcome you to Ghana Grows Ejuma.
Join Araba Kumsing on YFM 102.5 every Monday at 8:30 a.m. for the Ghana Grows Ejuma broadcast. Don't miss Ghana Grows Ejuma broadcast on TV3 at 5:45 p.m. every Sunday evening. For more information on how to register for the Ghana Grows program, call the Springboard call center on 030-8255-775 or visit Springboard Zone or Ghana Grows on social media.
Ghana Grows Ejuma is brought to you by MasterCard Foundation in partnership with the Springboard Roadshow Foundation.
Let's go. Hey, the joint pizza la Supadora ne de obuao. Package me Achimota Forest. Package in the say
La Supadora.
The man one large special pizza. Pizza hotel Ankasa. Coca-Cola Kesia Bako. Near the 6 pieces of chicken wings and the white sauce attached. Egusian Chamfa all trending. For the joint pizza this year.
Number no is 0551 460 154. Ana 0558 122 881.
They won't need Lawson Herbal Mixture OV.
Lawson Herbal Mixture. And ye word you my pa. If you say, Semi malaria ne come me one.
I can just say, and that Lawson Herbal Mixture so Edison Kunimu. When I'm yapa. We born with your Umiano crowd one teshe, and so a chileno. Nayan ya afe malaria. Coco, a futurum woman who wapo tire we ya. At me again.
I am meant to touch shimmy pa, Nasa dear, and me go to John Hunubisa. And
Miss the Bancha Mumua. Lawson Herbal Mixture. I bet in the time I want to cry.
And yes, a Lawson Herbal Mixture, Mammy Hotomedia. Med was in a way, and you see, kind of never does.
Oh, that is in kind. Eh, no. What you believe in ya? Make a pedia process. Our pharmacy, Kamikana Herbal Shop, Bia Bemi. A month from 020-267-5778 and then 0242-133-577. Lawson Herbal Mixture, a honor in kind.
Away back, Easter man Monday.
Guys, let me introduce you to the Old Luxury Hotel Apartments. Missy, the Old Luxury Hotel Apartments offers an epitome of luxury living. Hey, they have a one bedroom deluxe with an extra room, 2-bedroom apartment, and 2-bedroom deluxe apartment with an extra room. Enjoy 24-hour intercom response, free Wi-Fi, DSTV, and 24-hour security service. The Odd is situated at a first-class residential area. Comes with a swimming pool, kitchen, and laundry. Our in-house executive chef will cook all your favorite meals at a cost. Find the Odd Luxury Hotel Apartment at Denyame, behind Ashanti Regional Office, Leslie Opokuwari Drive. Please call 0536793633 or 0202154241. The Odd Luxury.
Malaria fever. A comedy wa Frey Ibiza Foods. Eduani Ede. I check crowd Saveka. Frey Ibiza Foods. 0244 641716 and 0244 886003.
We're back here on Pink on Y 102.5 Kumasi. Lawyer, who is your favorite female musician?
I'd say Adina.
Adina?
Yep.
Why?
Do I have to have a reason?
Before you think about it, this is an Adina.
Lakeside Party, away back, Easter Monday.
That is Lawyer's favorite Adina song. Get onto our Facebook page right now at Y102.5 FM, at Y102.5 FM. Tonight, we have sat down with Lawyer Mrs. Benedicta Freduah Agyemang, who also is the CEO of Sprekify. Brings me to talk about Sprekify. You are in Ghana, right? Wasuma de ba kope. Ode kwa yase. Naming ceremony. Baptism. Marching. Ode wasuma de ya na jeso. Antena den. Asumade nya kamela so adi se otwe ama ne ti ansa no atofoforo yenye ne sa Sprekify adaromantie ne ufra kenta abenya asumade ushe laser abenya asumade ushe school uniform abenya ho asumade uye military officer uye lawyer chese me kan meja dien Sprekify tie nka se ma also obinya wa unse first pan Kumasi obini wunya ntokwa pese ka de be wo ya nti na wasoma de ba kupene etumi show because en kre en de Sprekify da romanti ukonya ntokwa Kumasi dwoma obi antumi nka na soma de ba kupebi no kana so ka ye we edo so ko Sprekify no ko GPA when ye we so wase ye be me di kwa ko che ne ma me kwasiada u konsapan abra Sprekify wo ho obema necklace obema wristwatches ema die emema die oma earrings oma bracelet me fankra to yima mebusia penny ofa me ye me de chain beto me nine sisi ade me de to me nine abusia na be twehia frame etumi fo it ofa me ye de chain to me nine if we Sprekify ho but my dear to ho me chesi me ye. That is to tell you that Sprekify has anklets too, all right? Corporate women no fresh water pearls. And yet la lo queenie bina. We don't safa ho ana white ni netwa gunsem no. There be. Yeah, man fresh water pearls. bia me ma me bi tie me who fresh water pearls auntie ama chain na ma me phone de me meko no eno asem na meka a friend of fresh water pearls but top papa no enya lomi Speckify ho kasadodo entoponko Speckify Kasi Guinness Junction oni omomuton form na wo dan ba akum so ufi Kasi ko mayanka o nsabonkum so na ufri mayanka ba Kasi a o nsanifa so wotra Methodist sorry na dan fefe omo abrosan so ura wa ya mo akonya ntumi ntenas ye dan ye omo Specky ankasa omo dini omo company ni se Speckify na mi wie kra no o pe watches 2 aton emade ememade tie me o 500 Ghana cedis uhu de wonfa sika nya mama Speckify so the law ne to or child the 500 cedis ebeye wa ma why on mama Speckify wa bobo number ne mai
so 053 333 773 patro yen kobium 053 333 8773 patro Speckify Instagram, TikTok, all the social media platforms at Speckify SPERKYFY. Go and get specked up. If we Speckify there Easter I want you where to take the family. Go to Ambi Executive Restaurant. Tia, don't be eating anywhere like I mean we are all gonna die, yeah we know, but don't go early. Wait, eat nutritious, sumptuous meals that are filled with all the nutrients that helps your body. Be it breakfast, lunch or dinner, dine at Ambi Executive Restaurant. I mean, I can vouch all my Brazilian hair on Ambi because they are the best. Hospitality, customer service, the food, the ambience. Ambi going to me to cafe if you could picture no sako. Ambi is superb. Ambi is indeed not just a restaurant but a home for everyone. So take your loved ones there this Easter. Now guess what? We've added local breakfast. Yenim say kumase for the enyano patiti bia.
This is YFM.
Castle Lakeside Party, our way back, Easter Monday. Castle Lakeside Party, our way back, Easter Monday. Lakeside Party, our way back, Easter Monday.
Ambi has and Wamo Wache now added to their breakfast. Start breakfasting the local way. One teeny be say the wood dear maba. Open docono crime and on behind the and there is also lamb chops, rib eye, tomahawk, and seafood for as low as 150 Ghana cedis. Ambi is just 50 meters away from the Gracefield Chapel Havila Temple. Hey.
Lakeside Party, our way back, Easter Monday. Please call Ambi on 0597
08083939363. Now follow Ambi on Instagram at Ambi_GH. Ambi isn't just a restaurant, it is a community. See wide phones. Fanambano 0245 05 1799. Me say ofona tonsuo ya bia wani na ho so e wo so unya phone aniska o mobile money like what register mobile money o Ghana card o hausa ko see wide phones wo see. In fact ono kwane mobile phone shop running 24-hour service men na me catro the same crowd friend na oso ya ajenkwa obebo for 0245 05 1799. See wide ewe dum or Sambra Hotel in Chehona, Sambra Hotel Junction, Champion Building, baby at Melcomono, and now assigned to Older Kate Farms building just beside Ejaba at Edum, and then inside Kejetia, right beside the MTN main office. Lawyer, yaba ni yaba. Anti visual arts. Kumasi Academy.
Yes.
And you did all you could, but you couldn't change it.
Yes.
So you finally did it. For how many years?
No, 3 years.
Now, before you, had there been a visual arts student who became the girls' prefect?
Well, I am not sure. But when I went, I think there was someone from the home economics class who was assistant girls prefect. I think so.
Okay.
When I went in.
But what made you decide to contest for girls prefectship?
What's that one?
We should have captured this moment. If I tell life with an Wesley girls who.
I think that I just basically have an interest
in leadership.
Exactly, in leadership. And then I think there are certain things that you have that you didn't do anything about. You didn't do anything to have it. I think that is just one of those things that I think then it's like when I say this, like I'll sound boastful, but these days I've decided that I think I need to come to the point where I see myself for who I am and who I have been. So even the decision to run for school prefect, I would want to be, but I'm afraid of the elections bit and all that, because for me, when you see me at first, I'm not that approachable. I'm not that kind of person that, I have to be frank, I'm not that kind of person that you meet and then you can easily hit it off. Sometimes crack. So I knew that could be a problem for me, because my seniors had a problem with me. They felt I was too serious. They felt my seriousness insulted them.
Like you did see your body too much.
But it wasn't like that. It's just me being me. But then they were the same people who had also seen that I'm cut out for that position. Role. I had teachers. The day that I had to go and pick the form, I remember one of my teachers, Mr. Odro, literally picked a cane, and
then followed you.
Yes,
to the office. Why? He was in doubt.
No, he was the one who he was telling me that. Have you picked the form? I said no. He said, why haven't you? I said, hurry up.
Oh yeah.
So he picked his cane, and at the time, interestingly, it wasn't just one position that I could easily occupy, because I joined the cadets. My interest, I have interests that.
Cadet.
Yes, I was part of my school cadet. Yes, I was part of my school cadet. So I was also doing very well in the cadets. And then for cadets, we didn't have elections for you to become cadet commander.
Yeah.
So it was just for me to say I want it, and I could get it. It was the same for house prefect as well. I could have just been house prefect like that. So I was torn between, do I risk going to run an election when I have two positions that I do not have to do anything for,
you can just be selected. I can just be.
Then, I think my teacher was a catalyst, so I immediately went to pick the form.
MFA on Facebook says, "School mother, I'm very proud of you. Now your leadership was unique. In fact, whatever she say is absolutely true." MFA has signed.
Yes, that's my school daughter from Kuwaka.
What is your fondest memory from secondary school? How long was it? Was it 4 or 3?
3. My fondest memory, I have a lot. I have a lot because, especially, if you are not a troublemaker in school, so you don't have so much issues. So being in school, it's not nothing. How?
Okay,
you get it, because I am not scared when we are all called to assembly, because my name is not going to be mentioned for being part of any. So being in secondary school, well, I think I was okay, because in fact even the teachers could attest to the fact that there's certain things, even when you tell them about me, they'll tell you that it's not true.
Is there anything that happened that anytime there's a conversation about secondary school that pops up in your head?
Oh, then maybe I could talk about our trips, our interco trips, because those times we were going for interco at Obuasi. The Obuasi the Kumasi Sports Stadium was under renovation for CAN 2008, I think. Right. So we were going to Obuasi, and then those trips were fun. I was going to a place I was used to, and I remember one time we went, and then Obuasi Sectec, I don't know what happened. They said we were going to beat us. so those are one. So they surrounded us, so we had to go through the inner perimeter. So when I came to school, we had also made it to the Spazonals.
Okay.
So there was this senior, Oxmart. He was like, as for the Spazonals, we are not going because of what happened, because they will beat you.
Black and blue.
So I didn't go for the Spazonals. I think those are one of
your fondest. Yes. Let's come straight to university. 4 years, you studied industrial arts, textiles. Is it because you studied visual arts, you thought you couldn't broaden your horizon, so you're sticking to what you studied from secondary school?
Right. So speaking from hindsight, I have come to realize that there are certain courses that when you read, your options are limited when you're going into the university. And so I think that those are one of the reasons why, of course, there were other courses that were open to other courses, but I had not really made up my mind towards certain programs, because business administration is open to everybody, and law too is open to everybody.
Interesting.
But at the time, I had not really made my mind as to what I wanted to do. So I decided that, you know what, like I said, for me, everywhere I find myself, I think, what can I make out of this? So I decided that, okay, let's pursue this visual arts dream. So I decided to go and read industrial arts.
You were also very popular during the ARSRC days.
Popular.
Comes back to popular. I didn't know that's our voice. Now, talking about being unapproachable, I really liked the aura around you back in those days, but I just couldn't face you. All my confidence will not allow me come and say hello to this lady. And well, maybe because I had heard she was too stern, too serious. What if she embarrasses me? Those kind of thoughts. So I kept to myself. But your leadership was also very unique in that year as the Ashanti Regional
Zonal Secretary.
And then later on, after university, you did your service as the coordinator, administrative assistant. Yes. In that 1 year, what did you learn about students that you thought you knew but you didn't?
Students can pretend. No, but before then, because of my experience as head girl, a lot of things were not new to me.
Awesome.
At all, because I had seen how students behave firsthand. So it wasn't entirely new to me how students could behave. No. And with the ARSRC, it's more like you get to deal with quote unquote the good students, because they're like the perfect body.
Yeah.
So you do not
Yeah.
necessarily deal with everybody.
Right.
You're just dealing with the prefectorial body, and they're usually those who are bold enough to run for positions are people who
are noble.
Exactly, or who they want that
Come
kind
as
of
such.
Exactly. See, it wasn't as difficult. Yes.
But did you enjoy working as the coordinator for that 1 year?
Yes, I did. But at the time, there was a bit of a strain on resources and all that. So that made it a little tough. But overall, it was good for me. It was flexible for me because I had other options too. But at the time, I had just married and I was midway. I was pregnant and all that. So the flexibility of the whole office also helped me.
But why did you get married so early? Do you ever get people asking you that?
A lot.
Right after university?
Yes.
Now you couldn't wait?
June, July, August. I think about 3 months after.
So it means the preparations was even underway whilst you were in school.
Yes.
Why? Now
okay, so right before I entered just as I entered the university, I met my husband then.
Just before you entered university?
Yes.
There's a modern to do.
So just the first few weeks I had gotten admission then though. So that was when I met my husband.
Okay.
So that would mean that by the time I was in final year, we had already been at it for 4 years.
Wow.
Yes. So
shout out to lawyer Osborne Freduah Agyemang. Hey lawyer Wakokopa. Interesting. Now we national service, you got married, then a child was underway. At what point did law come in? I mean, we are visual art today. Not to say that visual art students have no place in the court, please, but on a regular we'll be expecting you to be a designer or making some prestigious artifacts around the world. Why law?
Right. So this same teacher, Mr. Odru, who eventually became my classmate in law school. So yes, my teacher. So he is one of the people. He asked me, "Aren't you interested in law?" At the time in secondary school.
Right.
I was like, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if my parents would like it. You see, at the time, the myth and everything about being a lawyer,
when they died, they are buried in their face.
Yes. So at the time, like I said, I had not really made up my mind on it. But he said you could consider it. I don't think it's a bad idea. So that was at the back of my mind. So when I met my husband, he knew. I had mentioned it before that I had nursed the ambition of becoming a lawyer. So he was like, then why not?
Okay.
Yes. So right after my national service, he said the forms are out, so let's start the application. At the time I was heavily pregnant with my first child, so I told him let's wait until I've had the baby, then next year I can apply. But if you know him, you would know that he said no, you're doing it. And then the next day I thought I had been able to convince him and talk him out of it. He came back holding the forms. Wakotaba. Say, okay, so fill this, do that, and give it back to me. So I had no option. I did. I filled the form and I gave it to him. So fast forward, we were supposed to sit an entrance exam and have an interview. So for the entrance exam, they send you a message, a text message, tell you have called, you sit for the entrance exam. I didn't receive any message. So because he has colleagues at the Faculty of Law, KNUST, I think they prompted him that, has your wife received a message? Then he called me, said, have you received it? Because he was not in town. I said, no, I have not received any message. He said, okay, then go to the faculty. But at that time, my tummy was like, I think I was just a few weeks away from, about 2 or 3 weeks away from.
To deliver.
Yes. So he said, you have to go to the campus and follow up on you. I said, this might be God's voice telling us to wait and apply next year. Then he said,
women.
He said, no way. go there immediately and then go and find out why he had not been shortlisted.
Hold on.
Easter Saturday, 30th March. If you believe in the celebration of the blackout, we the party kings of the CTL Meeting 2 Lounge, Kumasi City Mall. It's a party. This is party. Easter Saturday, 30th March. 30 Ghana cities at the gate. Come for the experience. Blackout. This is the blackout. The Holy Saturday. If you believe in the celebration of the blackout. YFM and Castle Lakeside Party, 1st of April, Easter Monday. For Kumasi and beyond, this year, in Nigeria Extra, on the road. Way back. YFM and Castle Lakeside Party. You do beer call, your pojams to the side. So looking for the Swalande. You all the big artists in there. So in the dada, YFM is speedy. Yeah, go swimming, boat rides, jet skiing. Where are my players? FIFA competition, snooker, table tennis, football. Tickets now you're ready. And your YFM and Castle Lakeside Party.
So then, you went to follow up.
Yes, I did. So I went to the Faculty of Law. They said, if you didn't hear from us, it means your admission form was not brought from the main administration to the faculty. So you can go to the main administration and find out what happened. So, as big as I was...
Which year was that?
That was in 2015.
Okay.
Yes. So, as big as I was at the time, I had to go up the stairs to the admissions office. So when I went there, this gentleman said, you didn't add this to... He said I didn't add my WASI certificate. Yes, to the admission form. So that's why it was taken out. And they called everybody whose admissions were not complete and blah blah. I didn't receive any call anyway. So eventually I was able to convince him to give me an opportunity to go and get it. Now I couldn't find the WASI certificate.
Oh my God.
I couldn't find it. So I had to go to Kumasi Academy. And then you see, that's one thing about when you go to when you find yourself at a place and then you live a certain kind of life. You gain a certain kind of image that makes it so easy for you to go back at any time.
Right.
Because at the time I showed up, at the time the assistant headmaster, Mr. Nesriafe, he literally held my hand, took me to the records room, told them, please have a certified copy for her, give it to her. Let's say go and make a copy. And so I immediately got the certificate.
Yes, because you left a good name.
Yes. So I just returned the certificate to them at KNUST, and then I was given the opportunity to go and sit the entrance exam.
Now you had a first degree already.
Yes.
And then you need to sit for an entrance exam.
Yes.
Do they school you before you sit for the exam? Because you did visual arts and industrial stuff that has nothing to do with law. So how are you going to sit and pass for the exam?
Okay, so usually there are past questions, entrance exam past questions that are around that you can get to prepare, and they don't ask you law questions per se. They just need you to express your general
thoughts and ideas.
Exactly.
Okay, now you are in the law school. How did you even finish the interview and the exam whilst pregnant?
So when I went to sit for the exam, I think then I was about a week or two away. So my tummy is sitting in there. So I managed to write the exam. And I think when I was in the hospital having my baby, I delivered through cesarean.
Right.
So I think right after I had come from the theater, and if you have delivered through cesarean, you know that when you come out of the theater, you're not really, there's something that makes you want to sleep or something. I don't know. So it was in that moment that I think a call came through on my phone. Then my husband answered. So after he answered, he was like, they said you're coming for interview on Tuesday. I had delivered on Monday. I mean the following Tuesday. I had my baby on the Monday.
So you had just a week.
Just a week. We want to find excuses. There were 1,001 excuses we could have not to do what we have set out to do. And it doesn't matter whether we are all going to answer the same questions, whether you are pregnant or sick, or we're all going to answer the same question. And I realized that being pregnant disadvantaged me a little because I cannot sit for long hours to read. So it is important that I come to class and get the information firsthand. Then when I have gotten the understanding, now when I'm reading, it makes it easier. It would be more difficult if I have to just pick the book and start reading without any explanation. So I took my classes very serious, and I sat right in front all the time. So I took it seriously. I didn't behave. And then at the time, my husband had a lot of friends teaching. So I could have also said that after all. Yes, but I don't believe in taking advantage of... I believe that, sometimes the situation will come where you really need to now ask for a favor. But if you have taken advantage of the little things, it becomes difficult to come. And in fact, the person might even at the time find it very difficult doing what you want for you. So I hardly took advantage of those relationships. I treated them, even those that I was maybe friends with because of my husband, when I meet them in school, I treat them like my teachers. I take their courses seriously. I do not, so that
not undermining any of them.
Exactly. And then not letting them feel like because I think I know them.
Yeah. So you're acting anyhow.
I'm behaving anyhow. I'm not learning because I think I know them.
So, a day before call to the bar.
A day before call to the bar.
Did you even sleep?
Okay, so Faculty of Law is tough. But for me, after completing the entire thing, Faculty of Law is
it was cocoa for you.
That is from hindsight, or not from the big. Whilst you are there,
right?
It's tough on you, because it was when I experienced the Ghana School of Law that I realized that wow,
this is law.
There's a difference between learning and learning. Yes, it's it's no joke. It's not. You could easily even be put into depression. Law school.
I hear this a lot.
It's a tough place to be in.
I hear this a lot.
It's tough to get in. I know you're a different story. It's tougher
when you're in.
When you're in.
So if you're not strong emotionally,
a lot of people, particularly when you go and then you meet someone and they tell you this person has been here for 4 years. Yes, this person has been here for 3 years. This person has been, yes.
And they haven't even given up.
No, they haven't given up. There's a very popular person. I don't want to mention. When I mention his name, everybody will know. I mean, he struggled through loss. He was there for years. It's not straightforward. And no fear, like you said, they don't confer. They don't just say, "Oh, sister, they were bred. Let him go."
Yeah, I
haven't seen that in the law
when
school.
My mom asked me why I am so bent on being a lawyer one day, I tell her that people are easily given titles. Oh, doctor, professor, but I have never seen anyone just being, even a philanthropist, doing all the great good deeds in the world. They just add Esquire to your name because you are good. Esquire. You need to work for it, and that alone means that it is not something you can undermine. It is not. In fact, it is really everything it is. It is. Law is whatever it says it is. Law is as how it sees itself to be, because it's the law. The only learned profession, the noble. And then my lawyers fans. So
it's the Did you see the Chief Justice?
Yes, the noble profession. So I'm always enthused by it, but the more I hear, the more I yearn to be there. The more I hear about the struggles and the pain. So then, why do people still want to be lawyers? Like me.
People have several reasons. But the thing is that it's difficult. But there are human beings doing it.
Oh, so you have no
and
excuse.
I'm also a human being. So why can't it? I think that one of the toughest is the transitioning from faculty to law school, because it's tough. The entrance exam bit. Because I sat my first entrance exam and I didn't make it. That was the year where they admitted only 128 students to the Ghana School of Law. At the time, I think we were about almost 2,000. We sat for the paper. They admitted only 128 students that year. 2020. Is it 2019? Yes. I sat the exam in 2019. So because I didn't get admission at the time too, some of my colleagues had applied to further their studies in the law, masters, LLM, but I had not. You know, we all had faith because we had done the time. We don't sleep, we sit up and we read. So we believed so much that we were going to make it. Then we didn't make it. So my husband again heard that. But I heard your friend, Mama is going to do the LLM. Why didn't you apply? I'm like, at the time, I didn't think it was going to be necessary. He said, okay, go to the faculty. Go and speak to the dean. Let them know that you want to apply, even though admissions had closed then. So I was able to follow up, and then I got admission to start my LLM.
I see.
So while I was waiting to write the exam again, I was studying for my LLM.
Let me ask you this. If a young lady comes to you expressing interest in the law, what is this one thing you tell her?
I think the first thing I'll tell her is that it's doable. It is very, very doable. But why do you want to be a lawyer anyway? Maybe that would be one of my questions. Like you said, it's tough. So your reasons for wanting to be a lawyer
must be very valid.
In my opinion, I don't know about other people. I think that from what I have come to know post law school, I've realized that you should have a passion for it. There are people who are doing it for status. There are people who are doing it because they think they'll get money. There are people who are doing it because they think it would help them in their political
ambitions.
Yes. So people have several reasons for doing it. So maybe after I tell you that it's doable, I mean, why can't you? You can do it. But I would further ask you why you want to do it. Yes.
Now you are a lawyer. We still don't know how you felt the day before your court.
The day before my court.
In just 20 seconds.
In just 20 seconds. That one I can't just say it because they have an interesting way of. So that is why when people are being called to the bar, you see the euphoria.
Yes.
You see that it's because of how you have, not just in the law school. As for the law school, of course, that process is there. Everybody knows. Stressful, blah, blah, blah. Now, the wait for your results is more stressful than sitting for the exams.
I see.
The wait. Because and having the courage to go and look at the results, to go and look for your index number.
And know if you made it or you didn't.
And know if you made it. It's also another feeling on its own. So
hey, but we'll do it.
No, it shouldn't discourage you at all. Like I said, those who are doing it, they are human beings like all of us.
Right.
And so there's no way we would say we cannot do it. Yes.
Anyway, after you became a lawyer, what is it that you have realized was missing? But after you became a lawyer, you've had in-depth understanding about those laws or those rules. In just a minute.
Well, right after laws, when I started, I kept on telling my husband and his friends, the ones I knew were lawyers, I kept on telling them that, you people need to be congratulated again because it's not easy. The studying is tough. The practice is tougher. Yes, because somebody has now, as for academic work,
no responsibility on you. If you fail, it's just you and your family.
Yes.
But now someone
has faith in you, and the person has perhaps paid you money, or the person is in a difficult situation and the person is expecting you to come through for them. So a lot more responsibility. And the work itself is work. I don't know how to put it.
Ejumani.
It's a lot of work. That is what I have come to know that I didn't know. And then an interesting thing I got to know when I became a lawyer was when I did my pupillage at the Office of the Attorney General. I got to know so many things that were offenses that I didn't know. And it's really enlightened me. But like I said, I always believe that God also has a way of orchestrating our paths and directing us as to where to go and where not to go. The Office of the Attorney General, that was the last place I had said I would go to. I said that in my practice, I don't know exactly what I want to do with my law, but I don't want to be at the office of the Attorney General. So for those whoever asked me what I wanted, I was so sure I didn't want to be at the office of the Attorney General. But as the situation will have it, I ended up at the office of the Attorney General.
And it really taught you a lot.
And it taught me a lot. It taught me so much. I didn't know that when your car breaks down in town
and you leave it there
for an hour, you have committed an offense. I didn't know that you have within an hour to move your car
by hook or crook
to move your car from the road when your car breaks down and it's in town.
Then we are walking offenders.
Oh yes. And that you have 2 hours when it is not in town. It's in the outskirts of town. You have to. I had no idea because oftentimes your car breaks down. You put a triangle behind it and away.
I see.
Yes.
We'll be picking calls very soon on 0246 807 Away from law, now you're known as Mama Specify. How did Specify get into existence?
Right. Specify was also birthed during the law period. As I was studying the law, I wanted to do something because at the time I was into home management.
Okay.
Yes.
If you know, you know.
I was into home management full time. So I always thought that I want to do something. I want to do something. There's something I want to do. So I tried a couple of things. Even though I had that jewelry thing in my mind, but I still tried a couple of other things. Then one day I decided that I think I should try this, particularly when the entrance exam thing happened the first time. That was when I decided, okay, I have a period, let me try something else. So I decided to start the jewelry business.
But how are you going to study with your new business?
A girl has got to do what a girl has got to do.
Tell me, sis. So now, did you even know where you're going to start from with Specify? Did you have an idea, the capital you needed for that business, where to start sourcing your jewelry from, the branding, the name, all that comes with it? Did you even know?
The name, like I told you earlier, so the first thing I started doing was to find the name.
Researching about the name, right.
So I found the name. And as for the capital, my number one...
the ATM Bank of Life.
So it was the same person who gave me the capital to start. So I spoke to a couple of people and then they pointed me out to people that they know personally who are into that and they could help me.
Okay.
So I spoke to them and they said, why not come? Then they guided me. So I spoke to somebody. I made my logo. I knew how I wanted it to be. So I prepared and then I began.
A few days before the launch of Specify, the opening, how did you feel that night? After all the work that was in your head is now physically manifesting. How was it?
So well, when I started Specify, I believe in the brand. I believe it's going to be a global brand. I believe in it. I know where I'm taking it to. But this whole opening a shop and all that, I thought I was going to start open a very small shop and see how things go before. But it's the same husband of mine who thinks that when you're doing something, just do it. Just do it and believe God to take it to where you want it to get to. So we decided to do it that way. The day before, sometimes I even still cannot believe that
how you put through that.
How this we are where we are, and then that speaks of what God can do.
Yes. And so far, how has the patronage been? The love from the people of Kumasi and even those outside Kumasi.
Oh yes, before then I was already operating. I was operating online.
Okay.
So I had clients. So it has not been bad at all.
Right.
Definitely, it's newer to walk in. So people who walk in and all that is newer. So people are getting used to the brand. But I believe we'll get there.
0246 807 545 0246 807-545. I have been talking to lawyer Mrs. Benedicta Freduah Agyemang, who also doubles as the CEO of Speakify. Over the few weeks, maybe Bia me can Speakify as him on mommy asumade on mommy bracelet, and then the CEO Nankasaba, assign a lawyer. And what do you have to say to her? What do you have to ask her? Call me now on 0246 807 545, or you can send an SMS to 0246 807 545. But give me a call now. 0246 807 545. Lawyer Mrs. Freduah Agyemang, CEO of Speakify, is here. What do you have to say to lawyer? But whilst we wait for our callers, what has been, particularly a very challenging courtroom experience that you had, and how did you even approach it?
Oh my God! So I thought I was going to hold brief in legal terms. You're going to your senior is not there, so you're going to stand in for.
Monsieur Law, what are you?
We all know where you learned.
Please, I don't know.
So I went in, and then I just told the judge that substantive counsel is unavailable. He had an emergency. He had to travel and all that. So I'm just here to pray for an adjournment. The woman, who is ordinarily very nice, oh my God, the way the woman gave it to me. Why do you come here and hold an empty brief? Couldn't you have done what you're supposed? The next time you come here, you should have familiarized yourself with the brief. Blah blah blah. That brief still keeps on giving me a headache. I'm going back on Monday.
This Monday. And then you be brief, Yankasa. 0246 807 545. Give me a call now. Me the lawyer Mua Abetnaha, Osai CEO of Speakify. Freneka Bibichen, alright? Or if you have any legal question, I'm giving you that right. Come and ask. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Yeah, hello, I can hear you.
Good evening, ma. Good evening, how are you doing?
I'm good. My name is Adjoa.
Hi, Adjoa. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Santasi.
Santasi. Adjoa, yes. What do you want to say to lawyer Mrs. Freduah Agyemang?
In fact, I've been listening to her, and it's an amazing show. I'm very happy to hear her this evening. In fact, the most wonderful thing she said, and I'm amazed, is when she said she was pregnant and she have to go and take the entrance exams. In fact, tell her she's a strong woman, and I admire her a lot.
Thank you so much, Adjoa, for calling. She really is a strong woman. While Razy Bano, let's say, a painful cratro now. Hello and good evening.
Good evening.
Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Madam Mediani MP.
MP na akase free he. Krom pacho den awo ka che lawyer ono aso na Speakify ene dia. Bisano.
Okay. Lawyer. When they and the mobile, the five minimum maybe I maybe I'm a name. Well, for me, 6 years. And I'm asking about my food and I'm going on working. And I've heard that if the before it's about the left down, if the what the
let's say, Uni Antokwa. And before I'm a wabonekuno.
Why I get here?
Why wa fomo, but wakuno. Inti ubisa se abai enu benyana. Lawyer, any cutting any tea. Lawyer, where the wasuma.
Okay, this is pretty straightforward. Ordinarily in law, since he spoke to you, let me speak to you so that he'll then say emramuno enka so who be a offense. That one day is settled. But you will never be honoma, so as a defense, me you will never be honoma under the law, me ba underrated. A man to make us say no cre, it be a work on the now so. Now said the Ebia was set running wood, it be a new one dinner. Okay, sir. Intina no, it could even be say Rebecca say unko mukra. Depending on the circumstance. Ebetimi aka say unko mukra.
Nyoma enenam
sir, in say bibi say self defense. Ebetimi aka say because it was self defense, then you're not going in. However, self defense no, the law will tell you that you don't use a sledgehammer to kill an ant.
Who defend you
nipa no obi okra pen and or dey ba also. Now go fair too. You get it? So and
ebra
o share danger na eba no any ahode a wodi be shia no does it correlate pana and ebro so those are some of the things the law will look at. Into before no even provocation a defense generally. However, it's not just mere provocation. There are things that the law also outlines. It should be present and Sunday because the provocation will lie. And no crime, and no chest will be free. Ebia, you will not be liable for murder, but there will be a friend of manslaughter. So we are saying that you kill the person, but you didn't have the intention to kill the person. If you have the intention to kill the person, and you murder. But if you didn't have the intention to kill the person, that's the way kuni pakra. And only a friend of manslaughter. So for manslaughter, you could even from a day to life imprisonment. So the depending on the circumstance, it could be that you will not go in at all.
Okay.
Depending on it could be that.
So what's a method? Yeah.
And because of
Mrano Bake would I mean,
exactly. Because of this particular question that he has asked, I remember my dean. She always said that because of her experience with the law, she packs her car and wants to tell them stop because somebody has pushed just a push and the person died. And we need to really learn to manage our emotions because recently I saw a young lady who was talking about the fact that she was in a fight with another lady.
Yeah, I saw.
The lady brought a knife.
Yeah.
Then before you know it, you are the one in trouble, even though you were not the perpetrator.
I think she's serving life imprisonment.
Yes.
Or something.
So we need to.
Lawyer, your time now so. Now what? Bibi a friend of pinky test. Bibi say a question a lawyer who knew who quite say we ujeng home. We dey me dey 2 man now so dey 2. Inti local or continental dishes.
Low towel.
Come on, what is low towel? Home cooked meal or dining out? You can't think about it.
Dining out.
Music festivals or quiet concerts?
Quiet concerts.
Oh yeah. In just 20 seconds.
All right.
You have motivated the young ladies listening to you. You're a family woman. You went to law school. Now you have your own business. Before you tell us Specify's number again, what are you leaving with that young lady who thinks our young kwana yenedia on the awana on the when your bank those women who are scared of broadening their horizon, widening their feathers? What do you have to say to them?
I need them to know that there is still more you can achieve. There is still more you can achieve. You don't have to be confined to where you are, and you shouldn't think it's impossible. You know, this law study saying when you start, it's like it's a long journey ahead. Before you know it, it's done, because you know what, the next 10 years of our life is going to come anyway. So why don't you do something within that year? It's going to come in. Whether you do something or you not do something, the next 10 years is going to come. So I believe that if you want to do something, start. Start immediately. I believe so. I think you would not regret it. You look back and you'll be very proud of yourself.
Proud of yourself. Thank you for listening to Pink tonight. Lawyer, Matisse Maya be obey 500 cedis. On person mo bawo. Now 500 cedis or bas specify business ben obit me start under specify.
Right. Everything we sell. Earrings. You can start with earrings. You can even start with earrings, necklaces, bracelets. It doesn't. You just have to start small. You just have to start. I think that's the most important thing, taking the step. So when you come, we'll give you a nice combination for your 500 cedis.
Right.
And then you can start.
Right.
If you have a phone, because I started with my phone.
Okay.
So if you have a phone, a smartphone for that matter, auto data every day, you're always online. Maybe you should take advantage of it and then use it for something beneficial to yourself too.
Number Benny and Frey.
It's 053
053
333
333
773
773. Aye.
And then coming here too, I couldn't have come empty-handed.
Oh, whoa.
I couldn't have come empty-handed at all.
Oh my God.
So I brought you.
Hey.
I brought you some goodies.
Oh my God.
I brought you.
This is a very
pure silver necklace.
Hey.
And then it comes with the initials of that your hidden name. That name.
Lawyer, you want them to know I am Lordina.
So I came with that one. And then.
Wow.
It's pure silver. Please.
Wow.
Then I came with this.
Can you see that, all of you on Facebook? Oh my.
Coming to pink without something pink.
Oh
really?
my God.
So
can we see that again?
Yes.
Amazing.
I have 2 pink sets, so and then there's another one.
Hey.
Please, I'm coming to pink.
Mama, Speckify.
Pink.
Please, do you want to kill me?
Yes. So
this is lovely.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, and thank you for sharing your story with us. I'll tell you what. Many people make me scared of law, but I'm telling you this today. You and your husband that day at your office planning for your anniversary party, you made me know that I can do it. I mean, you made me believe in myself even more than I thought I did. And I want to thank you on behalf of myself and all the young ladies who have been inspired by you. We are picking the form soon.
Yes,
we are going to read law. And of course, we are shopping with Speckify all day, every day. Shouts to Enoch Nakole, aka